Here's Rick Berkey and Ed Phelps.
Good evening and welcome back once again to the Michigan State Basketball Championships on the Michigan High School Sports Network. I'm Rick Berkey along with Ed Phelps at Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor. We've already had two state champions crowned, Flint Beecher in Class B and Detroit Cooley in Class A. And now, Ed, it's time for the Class D championship matchup between McBain Northern Michigan Christian and Gaylord St. Mary's.
We feature the only unbeaten team left in the tournament. That's McBain Northern Michigan Christian, a team that favors good defense against Gaylord St. Mary, a team that comes in with a good offensive record and a 23-3 mark. We might have a nice contrast in this one for you.
Should be an excellent matchup. We're looking forward to it. And we'll come back with the start of the Class D championship game right after this on the Michigan High School Sports Network. Live at Chrysler Arena in Ann Arbor, the Class D championship contest coming up between McBain Northern Michigan Christian and Gaylord St. Mary's. You see McBain getting their final warm-ups in. We're just about ready for the Star Spangled Banner. What a story here for McBain, though, Ed Phelps. The entire school with only 82 students.
82 students. I think they have 38 boys, and 27 of them are involved in the basketball program. 24 play, the rest are managers.
The school only offers two sports all year round, baseball and basketball. St. Mary's cheerleaders there from Gaylord getting ready to enjoy the action as well. But it's really a tremendous feat for the team to get this far, a school that size as well. We are just about ready for the Star Spangled Banner, and we'll be treated in the Class D game tonight to the national anthem being sung by Ms. Lisa Reed. Lisa is a student at Huron High School here in Ann Arbor. So please enjoy Lisa Reed from Huron High School in Ann Arbor, our Star Spangled Banner. Huron High School right here in Ann Arbor, entertaining the folks from across the state with a fine rendition of our national anthem. And we're about ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. And as we have all day, let's go and enjoy the melodious tones of the one and only Howard King.
Now for our Class D finals game tonight, bringing together Gaylord St. Mary's and McBain Northern Michigan Christian. Here are the starting lineups. First of all, for Northern Christian, at forward, 6'1" senior, number 32, Dave Ely. Gaylord, 6'4" senior, number 33, Paul Grain. Northern Christian's other forward, a 6'3" senior, number 34, Darren Niederhood. Gaylord St. Mary's forward, 6'1" senior, number 42, Jay Martin. At center for Northern Christian, 6'5" junior, number 44, Mike Heuker. St. Mary's center, 6'1" senior, number 54, Pat Schultz. The guard for Northern Christian, 6' senior, number 30, Bryan Eisenga. The guard for Gaylord, 5'11" junior, number 22, Mike Heuker. Northern Christian's other guard, 5'11" junior, number 12, Dan Sharda. Gaylord St. Mary's guard, 5'10" junior, number 30, Steve Brzezinski. Northern Michigan Christian is coached by Scott Folksma. Gaylord St. Mary coach Jim Kerfoot.
Okay, we're ready to go. The officials for tonight's Class D game, Don Peck out of Traverse City and Gene Aho from Negaunee.
UP did have a representative down here today.
Yeah, they did.
Making a long trip. Two champions crowned earlier today in Class B. Beecher won its third state title, defeating Alma 41-32 this morning. And then in the upset of the tournament, Cooley High, which had lost twice to Southwestern of Detroit in the regular season, defeated the Prospectors today 82-77 in overtime. Southwestern's sixth straight loss in the championship game. But hold your head up high, Southwestern. You've got to the championship game 6 straight times.
We are ready to go. The tip goes to McBain. We check the offense. Dan Sharda running the offense from the top, number 12 with the basketball. From the right side, this is Eisenga. Bryan Eisenga hits McBain off to a good start.
Eisenga averaged 13 points a game for Northern Michigan.
Turnaround pop by Schultz, ties it up. Pat Schultz.
Schultz with 2, a little pressure.
You see this McBain press. Sharda in trouble. Ball off the hands of the offensive player. And we got a foul.
Reach in. Mike Heuker.
Let's check out Dave Ealing. Dave took the basketball right in the nose, number 32. You see him there. And that kind of hurt.
Foul by number 44, Mike Heuker. First personal, the first team foul.
Heuker picks up the first foul of the ball game. He's a 6'5" junior. And the Snowbirds in white. That's Gaylord St. Mary.
Peck from way outside nails it. Mike Peck.
He'll get a bushel if he can shoot like that tonight. Sorry about that.
Ouch. Back the other way. Eisenga. Stop. Pop. Doesn't get it. But a big rebound by Eisenga again. Does get the roll.
Eisenga with 4, the game tie.
Eisenga averaging 13 points, as we said, is already off to a super start. This is Paul Grange in the corner. Jay Martin thinks about it, looks inside to Grange instead. Gives to Grange on the baseline for the 10-footer, a little bit long. Rebound pulled down by Eisenga. Naderhood in the corner from 14, yes! Good outside shooting by McBain Northern Michigan Christian. And you may hear me call them McBain occasionally, and you may hear me call Gaylord St. Mary's Gaylord. We don't mean to bother the folks at the school, but it's shorter and easier.
Time is sometimes our enemy. Rebound picked off by Northern Michigan Christian. Both teams operating in a zone, and this is the slowest pace we've seen so far.
Sharda looking inside. They're trying to get the ball to Mike Heuker. Instead, reverse to Naderhood. Yes!
Why bother?
Naderhood with 4.
Darren
McBain with a
Naderhood.
4-point lead.
McBain Northern Michigan Christian in maroon and gold, the last unbeaten team in the state of Michigan this season.
Peck looking inside. They're trying to get it to Schultz, their big man. Jay Martin has it slapped away, but he retrieves it. Good pressure defensively by Dave Ealing of McBain.
The 2-3 zone.
Pass underneath inside. Shot is good by Schultz.
I'll tell you. That's what I say, Mary, but they break it.
Eisenga, stop, pop. Doesn't get it. Rebound pulled down by Schultz. Steve Persinski, 5'10 junior at the top now.
Chance for St. Mary to tie the ball game.
Right side, Peck from outside, doesn't get the roll, rebound Sharda. McBain comes up with a 2-point lead. 4:45 to go, first quarter Class D state title contest. Ball reversed over here to Dave Ealing. Looking at that 2-3 zone.
Pretty much collapsing on Heuker, number 44 in the middle. In fact, he comes out of the high post now, Rick.
Heuker gives right side on the baseline. This is Eisenga. Doesn't get the roll. Loose ball battle. Heuker got it. Goes up. Doesn't get it again. A loose ball and a rebound by Schultz. A foul on Naderhood. Watch the flurry, though. Even though they didn't come away with anything, you have to feel good about McBain going to the boards like this as Scott Sochma's team watches.
Real battle underneath. That is Heuker putting it up. Should have had it, but didn't quite fall. And then the battle and the rebound taken down by Schultz in the foul.
Back on the right baseline. Reverses it out to Jay Martin from way downtown. Martin, first free throw tonight, ties it up at 8. Eisenga the other way, collides over there. Bryan Eisenga had the misfortune of being in the way of Steve Brzezinski, who lost his balance. Brzezinski picks up the foul, and on the common foul, McBain will inbound. Tied at 8, midway through our first quarter.
Northern Michigan Christian is supposed to be a defensive club and tries to slow down the other team. They're not playing the way they want to play.
We have not seen that yet from them. Eisenga on the baseline, looking into Heuker. Instead, Sharda from 15 is perfect.
When you're hot, you're hot.
McBain hitting those perimeter jump shots right now. They have a 2-point advantage. Jay Martin inside. Grange has to reverse it. Peck from 17 doesn't go.
Missed 2 in a row, but it looks like he thinks he's going to make every one of them.
Outside, Naderhood shot off the mark. The rebound by Schultz. Nice outlet pass to Jay Martin. Scoop shot up. Yes! Jay Martin. Great outlet pass, though, by Schultz. And then Martin, super individual effort. Heuker, stop, pop, bingo!
Heuker with his first 2 of the night.
12-10, McBain and St. Mary's of Gaylord going at it. Super first quarter to this point. Still 2.5 left. The Snowbirds, Jay Martin with it. Martin on the baseline all the way, dishes it off in the last second to Paul Grange. The shot doesn't fall.
Grange had to go with his left hand.
McBain can take a 4-point lead with a hoop here. Sharda reverses it to Naderhood. Cross court to Ealing. On the baseline, Eisenga doesn't get it. Loose ball run down by Schultz. Peck comes up, just under 2 minutes to go.
Get a signal from the coach on the bench. He holds up cards. He held up the card number 30 there.
Well, number 30 took the shot. A good call by the coach.
Nice job, coach.
If it was that simple, he's saying, geez, I could have called this one a long time ago.
Jim Kerfoot, the coach.
Quite a story, Jim Kerfoot. We talked about the McBain story. We'll get to that in just a second. But right now, Eisenga on the baseline, blocked by Grange. Grange gets the loose ball. The Snowbirds want to run. Jay Martin pass inside, stolen back by Ealing. Good up-tempo basketball.
Entertaining basketball game.
Now Sharda regroups. We have got exactly 1 minute left in the first quarter. McBain with the basketball. We're tied 12 apiece. Class D state title game live from Chrysler Arena. From way outside, Ealing gets it.
Oh, his first 2 of the game.
All 5 starters have scored for McBain Northern Michigan Christian. 45 seconds left in the first quarter.
The only starter not to score for Gaylord St. Mary is Green. He's their big man underneath.
Martin playing catch out front with Brzezinski. And we've got a half a minute to play. Pass cross court, nearly stolen out of bounds. Or Gaylord rather will get it. Correction, I was right the first time. As our first substitution comes in the lineup for McBain, number 25, Andy Seitzma. 6'6", just a sophomore. Eisenga breaks the press with 25 seconds to go. This is the sophomore, Seitzma, getting the ball out front.
Playing for one shot.
You see the clock down to 15 now. Sharda just playing catch out front with Ealing. They'll want to move it in right about now.
Under 10.
Sharda comes to the top. Looking inside, Heuker. Back out front, Sharda at the buzzer. Got it! A big quarter for McBain Northern Michigan Christian. And after one period of play, McBain on top of Gaylord St. Mary's 16-12. We'll come back with the second quarter on the Michigan High School Sports Network. Second quarter, Gaylord St. Mary's with the basketball. Martin thinking about it from three-point land. Doesn't take it.
1 year away from three-point land.
It's a ways to go yet. Paul Grange has to come all the way out. Paul Grange, the 6'4 senior. What an athlete. All-conference quarterback in football as well. Nice pass inside. The shot up by Grange off the mark. Whose ball goes out of bounds. Gaylord keeps it.
Grange, who averages 21 points a game, is held scoreless for the first period. Martin and Schultz with 4 apiece for Gaylord St. Mary's. Sharda, Eisenga, and Niederhood, all with 4 apiece for McBain Northern Michigan Christian.
Peck from downtown in the corner nails it.
I tell you, he's going to get a bushel.
Ealing and Sharda break the pressure nicely as the pass comes up to Eisenga.
Northern McBain falls back in their zone.
Sharda lost it on the dribble. Peck, one-on-one against Ealing. Batted away. Nice defensive play by Dan Sharda, preventing a layup.
Nice effort by Sharda. Peck was trying to time it. He saw the man on his left, and he was trying to get good position on him. He slowed up, and because of that, Sharda was able to catch up and knock the ball out of bounds.
Snowbirds get it out to the top. The ball reversed over here to Jay Martin. Peck open in the corner. They couldn't get it to him. Martin from way outside. A little bit long. Big rebound pulled down by Dave Ealing. Ealing's done a good job on the boards.
Steal.
Steal by Martin. Martin one-on-one. Scoop. Got it. Count it.
Martin looks like a football player. I mean, he took that ball to the basket authoritatively.
I'm glad you said that. I always have trouble with that word. Let's watch the drive.
Don't bother. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Don't worry about the man. Put up the layup like you're all alone. If he fouls you, he fouls you. You might make it, but don't change your shot. You're more liable to miss the shot if you change it. Missed the free throw there.
Martin, despite the missed free throw, has 6 points to lead Gaylord in scoring.
We have a 16-16 ball game here, Coach.
And it's an excellent one. Eisenga thinking about it from the outside, doesn't take, so the ball reversed. Ealing gets inside to Heuker. Ball away from 6, yes, count it, and a foul.
Mike Heuker is a 6'5 junior, wears number 44. Generally regarded as an all-state player in most polls. Lives on a farm outside of McBain, gets up every morning at 6:30, milks the cows. It's a classic story. Milks the cows, does the chores, goes to school, does the practice, comes home, does the evening chores, finds time to do some homework, go to sleep, and do it all again the next day.
And makes first team All-State, AP and UPI.
You got it.
Not a bad free throw shooter as well. Mike with 5. McBain's lead is 3. We've got 6 minutes left in our first half. Still to come, the Class C state championship game. Saginaw New Bell against Benzonia Benzie Central. That will follow this one. Stay right here. A doubleheader of action right here live for you on the Michigan High School Sports Network. I'm Rick Berkey along with Ed Phelps, our statistician Craig Johnson helping us out enormously. And right now, the Snowbirds have a little trouble cracking the zone defense of McBain. Shot from outside by Grange off the mark. The rebound once again by Ealing.
I don't think that's Grange's shot. They've got to get him the ball underneath.
Eisenga, 14, got it.
Ooh.
You want balance, look at McBain. Eisenga 6, Heuker 5, Sharda 4, Naderhood 4, and Ealing 2. Pass batted away, and now the defense starting to click as well for McBain. Gaylord St. Mary's wants to get the timeout with 5:16 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break and come back with more on the Michigan High School Sports Network.
Good morning.
Quarter, and we see, no, Gaylord is trailing. They don't have 165.
If they've got 165, we've got a scoop here, folks.
Exactly. Not a bad little offensive maneuver by the Comets. Instead, Gaylord St. Mary's has the basketball, trailing by 5. Trying to crack this zone. Pass inside to Schultz. Good pump fake. I think it's before the shot, and it was. The foul will be on Heuker. I have Mike for 2.
That's what I have.
Still a common foul, as neither team in the penalty yet.
It was when he was receiving the pass before he took the shot. 5:08 to go in the second period. 21-16, McBain Northern Michigan Christian.
Schultz falls from 5, has it blocked from behind. McBain will get it back. I believe the sophomore, Andy Seitzman, was the one that blocked the shot.
You're absolutely correct. No pressure now from Northern Michigan.
Trying to pick up the tempo on their end. Pass ahead nearly stolen by Peck, but Heuker gets it across. Pass inside is stolen.
Here we go.
Peck, stop, pop, doesn't get it. Rebound, pulled down by Gaylord's Dave Ealing. We don't have the rebound totals, but I know that Ealing is the leading rebounder in the game yet. Heuker opened momentarily. They do get it to him. He falls from 5, doesn't get the roll. The rebound by Schultz. He's fouled. Seitzman over the top that time.
His first foul, 4th against McBain.
Foul on 25, Andy Seitzman. First personal.
Mike Heuker goes to the bench. Darren Naderhood, 34, back in.
In the semifinals yesterday, Gaylord St. Mary in white defeated Colbert from Southwestern Michigan, 82-67. And McBain trailed the entire game, then came from behind to defeat a Detroit East Catholic 53-49. That's what brought these two teams here tonight for the championship.
Schultz does not get the front end of the 1-and-1. Back comes Sharda for McBain. Sharda doing a good job keeping the pressure on.
St. Mary sets up again in its 2-3 zone.
Inside to Ealing. He turns all the way around the 360. Dave Ealing.
Put that one in the scrapbook, folks.
By Dave Ealing.
Martin thinking about it from outside. Instead, the pass inside to Schultz. Good fake. The shot goes in.
Too good a fake. Rattling the call. 23-16, unbeaten McBain Northern Michigan Christian threatening to pull away.
Pass inside, batted away. And we're going to have a foul on Bryan Eisenga.
Interesting call.
We gave our officials tonight, Don Peck of Traverse City is beyond the bonus now. Snowbirds will go to the line. Gene Aho and Don Peck. Forgot to mention Greg Nikitas from Richland, Michigan, is our alternate official. Right now, Jay Martin, an all-conference center fielder in baseball, gets the front end of the 1-and-1.
Martin averaging 14.5 points per game. Gets them both. He has 8. St. Mary's has 18. They're 5 behind McBain.
To this point, we have McBain leading Gaylord in rebounds 12-5. That's quite a big differential to have in the rebounding. Nice feed inside. The jumper falls for Ealing.
Ealing with 6.
All 5 starters for McBain Northern Michigan Christian have 4 points or more.
Here's Peck.
Peck from the corner doesn't get it. Loose ball. Sharda runs it down and saves it. Good hustle by Dan Sharda. The Comets have a 7-point lead. Sharda's jumper is perfect.
Might be time for a timeout, Coach.
Gaylord St. Mary's very close to timeout time.
No, they're going to keep it going. Brzezinski going to try and run that offense a little bit better now.
Brzezinski was at the top. He gives instead to Jay Martin. Looking inside to Schultz. Martin from outside nails it.
Hey, that'll work. Martin with 10.
10, the first player in double figures for either team. Steal inside. Nice feed to Brzezinski.
Just like that, it's a 5-point ball game.
Terrific pass from Paul Grange. Turnover in the backcourt. We'll give it back to the Snowbirds. The Gaylord fans on their feet. Martin thinking about it. Grange doesn't get it. Loose ball. Battle. Won by Schultz on the floor, and coming away with it is Neighborhood.
Put that ball on the floor.
And now McBain calls a timeout with 2:12 to go. Good timeout, I think, by McBain coach Scott Sochma.
The coach went over and talked to one of the officials, too. He wasn't happy about something. Just a minute and a half previous to that, it looked like Northern Michigan Christian was going to pull away. But then Gaylord St. Mary just pulled back to within 5 by making 2 straight baskets.
You got to look at how the teams got to the finals. St. Mary's advancing to the semis against Colbert before defeating Colbert last night, and McBain defeated Detroit East Catholic last night in the other semifinal, a game in which McBain trailed for most of the contest.
They led early in the first period, then never led again until the tail end of the final stanza when they won the ball game.
Here's a look at McBain coach Scott Sochma. 3rd year coaching the Comets. Prior to that, he coached in South Dakota. Last year, we see the Comets did get to the semifinals before losing to Detour.
Detour went to the championship game and lost to Detroit East Catholic.
There's the Snowbirds fans. They've come down, and they have enjoyed it all the way.
This is like a trip to Florida for them.
Good shot from our videographer Howard Ross on the baseline as the Snowbird fans whooping it up in section 28.
Reacting to Howard and his camera. So here we go. 2:09 to go, first half. McBain Northern Michigan Christian, the Comets in maroon and gold. 27, Gaylord St. Mary 22.
Eisenga looking in, trying to get it to Andy Seitzma, the big sophomore. There is Seitzma, but it's batted away. But it's stolen back by Eisenga. Eisenga, good hands, keeps it in the hands of the Comets. Sharda wants it. A little bit long. Schultz with another rebound. Schultz has done a good job. Peck comes up 1-on-4. Good decision by Peck not to shoot the ball in that situation. He had a shot that was good for him normally, but he 1-on-4 didn't take it. The turnover, though, gives it back to McBain. 1:30 to go in our first half.
Brzezinski threw that one, which would have been good for about a 6'10 player. Unfortunately, Mike Peck's only 5'11.
And the Comets get across the timeline. Just under a minute and a half to go in our first half.
Not many play stoppages, Rick. It's been a fast-paced game.
Ealing baseline pop, blocked. Give the block to Grange, out of bounds. Give it back to the Comets of McBain. Good look at official Don Peck. Seitzma has to come all the way out. Pass inside. Hooker's turnaround jumper off the mark, out of bounds. It'll go to Gaylord.
Now St. Mary's got to be smart. 1:11 to go. Let them work carefully with the ball. Get a good shot if they can to cut that lead down to just 3. Take their chances. 27-22 are the numbers in favor of McBain.
Peck from way outside doesn't get the roll. The rebound by Mike Heuker. As McBain comes up, we'd like to thank True Value Hardware again for participating in the sponsorship of the boys' state basketball finals. Foul out front on Eisenga. correction, Brzezinski. And I have that as 2 on Steve Brzezinski.
And he will come out of the ball game.
Just the 3rd team foul, so with 53 seconds to go, it doesn't look like McBain will get into the bonus situation shooting, as we see.
Number 23, Dan Nort.
Dan Nort checks in, the 5'11 senior for the St. Mary's Snowbirds. Sharda. Heuker feeds to Seitzma, but the loose ball comes off. Rebound by Schultz. Schultz has done a good job on the board.
He's bringing those rebounding statistics back to pretty much even.
Jay Martin gives to Schultz. Way outside for Schultz, but don't tell him that.
He has 6. The Snowbirds are within 3, Rick.
Heuker dribbles it up, and it's stolen away. Oh, fine effort, though. They're going to call traveling on Dan Nort.
Oh, that was a great effort. I don't know.
Looked like he caught the ball in midair and came down. There's Dan Nort, regardless of the call. It was very
Nice.
close, and a fine effort, though, by Nort.
Nice athletic play.
McBain says we'll try to play for 1 with 20 seconds to go in the half. Again, stay with us at halftime. We've got an interesting feature that we think you'll like, as well as another half of basketball. Well, a game and a half.
That's right.
Class C game to final. We're down to 6. On the baseline, Eisenga got the roll.
They get no time.
That'll end our first half of action. The score, McBain Northern Michigan Christian 29, Gaylord St. Mary's 24. We'll come back with more on the Michigan High School Sports Network. Championship game live at Chrysler Arena, and Ed Phelps, a pretty good basketball game.
A lot of fun to watch. 29-24. McBain Northern Michigan Christian, the only unbeaten team left in the tournament, against a Gaylord St. Mary's team, which is battling to stay in it.
And again, we've got a whole half to see what Gaylord St. Mary's plans to change things in that second half. They'll be coming out and trying to do something about that 5-point deficit. You know, records have always been a big part of sports. And here in Michigan, we're lucky to have someone who keeps track of high school records and protects some very valuable memories. Basketball fans in Michigan love this disease. Live at Chrysler Arena, and the Class D state championship game, the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds back out getting their tune-up tosses. We're still waiting for the McBain Northern Michigan Christian Comets, who lead by 5 here at the half. And let's look at the first half scoring totals, Ed Phelps. First, we'll start with the team on top.
McBain, very balanced scoring attack today. We have Eisenga with 8 points, Sharda with 6, Ealing with 6, and Heuker, the big 6'5" All-Stater, at 5 points. McBain with 29-24 over Gaylord St. Mary. St. Mary is led by Jay Martin, who finished with 10. Pat Schultz had 6. Mike Peck and Steve Brzezinski had 4 apiece. And I was looking off camera here momentarily because the coach at Gaylord St. Mary was chatting with Mr. Peck, and I think he was probably telling him to be a little bit more judicious in his shots and try and work that offense a little bit more.
As the McBain Northern Michigan Christian team comes back out on the court for their final tune-up tosses, we'll get our final tune-up tosses in order as well, and we'll come back with the second half of the Class D state title game. Stay with us on the Michigan High School Sports Network. Just about ready for the second half, and Gaylord St. Mary's trailing by 5, and I know one thing that they're going to try and change in that second half, Ed Phelps.
They've got to get that ball into number 33, Paul Grange. He's the 6'4" senior. He has been unsuccessful in his scoring in the first half, held completely off the board, 0 points, and he's averaging 21 points a game. Despite that, St. Mary's is in striking distance. They're only 5 back. We've seen 5-point leads disappear several times today in the previous games. If you missed our earlier telecasts, I wish you'd been with us. 2 great ball games earlier today. In Class B, Flint Beecher, in a game that was back and forth all game long, finally pulled away in the 4th period and defeated Alma for the Class B state championship, as we have a buzzer gone awry here. Beecher winning that Class B title game 41-32. Then in Class A, the upset of the day, at least so far, Detroit Cooley, which had lost previously twice in the season to Detroit Southwestern, the last one by 35 points, 79-44. Today held the advantage throughout most of the game and defeated Southwestern in overtime, to 77.
All right,
And we have a scoreboard malfunctioning and a horn malfunctioning. It's been a long day, even for the equipment.
the buzzer is having a field day here. You see some of the fans for Benzonia Benzie Central, which will be playing in the next game here. Right now, as you said, the buzzer is going off at will here. What they need, you've heard the expression a buzzer beater in basketball? That's what they need. They need to bring out one of those buzzer beaters and,
that's right.
And knock the timepiece around a little bit, and I think that'll take care of it. Eventually, we'll get this problem worked out, and we'll get ready to go with the second half of action here in the Class D title game. Now we are ready to go.
Northern Michigan will inbound the ball to start the second half. They lead 29-24. Northern Michigan Christian in maroon with gold. Gaylord St. Mary's in the white and blue.
Sharda at the top up against this zone defense, as he has been throughout the night, and he's been very effective. The Comets showed such excellent balance in that first half. Working it into Heuker. Now the ball slapped away. Good hands defensively that time by Jay Martin. But McBain hangs on to it. Seven and a half to go. We had very little substituting in that first half, so it'll be interesting to see if fatigue becomes a factor. Heuker falls away from 10, partially blocked, but a rebound is in by Eisenga.
Lead is 7.
Eisenga becomes the first player from McBain in double figures. Jumper the other way by Martin off the mark. And yet another rebound for Dave Ealing. Ealing in that first half had 5 rebounds, all on the defensive end, make it 6 now.
Biggest lead in the ball game has been 9 points by Northern Michigan Christian with 3:15 to go in the second period, 27-18.
Ealing's jumper doesn't go. Peck wants to run. Goes inside, lost it to Sharda. Sharda comes back one-on-one and pulls it out. In that first half, we were talking about rebounding. McBain with a 16-11 edge in that first half.
And really, the only fellow who did any good for Gaylord St. Mary was Pat Schultz.
Sharda's jumper is good.
Sharda with 8.
And McBain with the first 4 points of the second half now has that 9-point lead, the biggest lead they've had of the game.
The last time they had a 9-point lead, they gave up 4 quick points to get back to 5.
Peck from 18 feet does not get the roll. The rebound pulled down once again by you-know-who, Dave Ealing.
The well-coached Northern Michigan Christian team from McBain.
A pass inside intended for Heuker off his hands. We'll give it back to the Snowbirds. And St. Mary's needs to make a run.
There's 82 students in the school at McBain, 135 at Gaylord St. Mary.
Peck playing catch out front with Brzezinski. Looking inside to Paul Grange.
They can't see him. Boy, they're just collapsing on Grange. Grange has got no chance. There, he gets a rebound. And
he got it on his own. Paul Grange's first points of the night. And three-quarter court pressure being applied by the Snowbirds, but after a near miss, Eisenga gets it across. Sharda back out front. 5:15 to go in the third. Sharda on the baseline all the way in, draws the foul and almost gets the hoop. We'll watch Sharda go down to the baseline, and then good acceleration, Ed, as he headed for the hoop.
And Schultz accelerated the other way and got the foul. He would see the baseline drive. Schultz, using his body off the feet, gets the foul. Ball does not fall. 5:14 to go. 33-26. Dan Sharda at the line. Sharda with 8. Now with Stiller. Sharda's a 5'11" senior.
Averaging 4 assists a game to go with his 10 points per contest.
Missed them both.
Peck looking in. See if the Snowbirds can go to Grange now. Schultz wants to.
Heuker's really doing a nice job on it.
Peck from 17 doesn't get it. Loose ball. Ealing again.
Plus, Heuker had good position for the rebound, and Grange was essentially out of the play.
The Comets come up with that 7-point lead. Off the hands of Eisenga, but he retrieves. Now he fires from 8.
Whatever. Eisenga with 12.
That lead is 9 once again. Martin thinks about it.
He's been their most effective outside shooter.
Schultz at good feet inside, and Schultz shot is off the mark. Schultz got away with a foul. But the rebound to Eisenga and the Comets, who can get their biggest lead of the night with another hoop here. Sharda, left side. Heuker feeds inside, back outside to Naderhood, doesn't go.
Pretty close, should have worked.
Good offensive move, though, that time by the Comets. Bounce pass inside, looking for Grange, and it's stolen away by Eisenga.
Telegraph, he was just waiting for that one.
3:48 to go. Near steal by Peck. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to McBain.
This is the farthest McBain Northern Michigan Christian has ever come. They lost in the semifinals last year to Detour. They are closing in, perhaps, on their first ever state championship.
Heuker open inside. Gets a fine feed from Ealing.
Heuker with 7. They have completely taken Grange out of this ball game.
Now the Snowbirds bring Grange out to the top. Martin from 18 is short. Rebound once again by Ealing.
Well, I tell you, they've had a bunch of them, haven't they?
Dave Ealing in particular. Ealing gives to Sharda. Ealing from 17, no. Rebound inside. Eisenga got it, goes up, out of bounds. And the Comets keep it.
Nobody blocked out. If you're underneath, you've got to block that opposition man. Get him on your hip. No block out. That's better. The ball stays with Northern Michigan Christian.
Gaylord St. Mary's calls the time with 2:58 to go. McBain's lead is 11. That's what it'll be when we come back on the Michigan High School Sports Network. .58 to go, and Gaylord St. Mary's cheerleaders know the team is behind by 11 points in these final 3 minutes of the third quarter, crucial to the St. Mary's cause.
Obviously, the game could get away from them if they don't do something offensively and defensively right there, and Grange does, but he loses the ball.
Rebound by Heuker off the mark. Schultz lost it out of bounds, and it will stay with McBain. The delight of their fans.
Another chance for the Comets. With Coach Scott Sotsma.
Pass out here nearly stolen, but Eisenga keeps it, nails it.
He's in his range. He has 14.
6 in this quarter.
Leading scorer in the ball game. Boy, Peck wants to shoot that ball every time he gets it.
Now the ball reversed to Brzezinski.
Grange has just got to work a little bit more to get himself open. He's just sort of staying in one spot.
Well, he gets that
There
one
we
from
go.
the corner. Grange has 4 all in this quarter. Heuker comes up, takes the pass, and now Sharda gets it across the timeline. Eisenga in the corner. Sharda faking. Sharda from 16.
Nice offense by Heuker. Elected not to take the difficult turnaround, passed it back to his teammate for the easy basket.
Sharda 4 in the quarter, 10 on the night. Peck doesn't get it. Rebound Heuker. The Comets having it their way right now. 1:40 to go in the quarter. Baseline jumper by Naderhood off the mark. Loose ball, battle for. It's still loose. Peck comes up. 2-on-1. Peck all the way. Scoop in the hoop.
Nice job. Ran the break real well.
Peck has 6.
41-30, 11-point game with 1:18 to go in the third period.
Sharda the other way. Takes it in.
Sharda has 12, Coach.
6 in this quarter. Peck wants to get it back. Grange out. skip pass over here to Martin. Martin wants a screen, doesn't get it, took steps.
Pace beginning to tell a little bit, and we get a couple of substitutions. Martin goes out. Gaylord St. Mary's replacing him, making his first appearance in the game, Mike Heuker, 6'2" sophomore, number 52.
So O'Connor, the sophomore, hopes to add a spark here. Near steal in the backcourt, but Charter retrieves for the Comets. He's in trouble, and this will be a foul on Brzezinski.
Andy Seitzman also came into the game for McBain, number 25.
That's 3 fouls on Steve Brzezinski.
Third personal, second team foul.
Just the second team foul. The Comets come up with a 13-point lead 45 seconds to go, and looks like they'll just soon sit back and play for one.
Why not?
Good shot from the top here of Chrysler Arena. Pat Schooley and Murray McDowell. And we see the zone defense of St. Mary's come out now, and a near steal out front, but it's retrieved by Ealing. Heuker gets it out with 15 to go. And there's your 5-second call. And strangely, Ed, correct me if I'm wrong, in 2.5 games plus, that is our first 5-second call of the day.
That's the first one we've seen today, you're right.
The games that I've done this year and back in Grand Rapids, we've had about 2 a game, it seems like.
Gaylord needs one before the quarter ends.
Well, they're down to 5. Schultz takes the feed.
Nice
does
pass.
not get the roll. Thought he had it. And that ends the third quarter, and it's certainly a big one for the McBain Comets.
And I believe Schultz just picked up a foul to end the quarter, just as the ball was thrown away.
All right, we'll take a break here and come back with our fourth and final period on the Michigan High School Sports Network. As you mentioned, Ed, just prior to the buzzer to end the quarter, Schultz did pick up a foul for Gaylord St. Mary's.
Nobody in foul trouble, that's his second.
Not a shooting situation, so really no harm. I don't want to say no harm, no foul, because there was a foul. Grange double teamed on the back or on the baseline.
See how they collapse on him? It's very tough to make that entry pass. You got to almost hit him on the move.
Jay Martin inbounds to Peck. Ball reversed to Martin coming from the out-of-bounds position. Martin wants it. He's short. Schultz battles for the board out of bounds, and Gaylord St. Mary's will keep it.
They get a little break there. Ball could have gone to McBain.
Nice close-up look of Jay Martin, who inbounds against pressure at the last second, gets it out. Brzezinski all the way down, scoops it up and draws the foul. It'll go on Mike Heuker. I have 3 on Mike.
Watch Brzezinski now drive right down the lane. Cut it towards the basket. Draws the foul on Heuker. They could have called one on Charter, really, because Charter grabbed him. They called it on Heuker, his third. To the line. Goes Brzezinski. Hits the free throw.
I was talking about the story behind Jim Kerfoot. He's the athletic director at Gaylord St. Mary's. And in August, all of a sudden, his basketball coach resigned, and he didn't have a coach. So he said, well, I guess I have to do it.
That's right.
And all he did was lead his team to the state championship. Brzezinski gets 1 of 2 at the line.
And now Northern Michigan Christian is going to be very patient with a 12-point lead and 7:19 to go. They're going to pull it way out, try and get Gaylord St. Mary out of this zone. Timeout.
Scott Schultzma wanted to call a timeout right away to plan how he's going to handle this. And we'll take a break and come back with more. McBain on top by a dozen here on the Michigan High School Sports Network. As we come back for the final 7:13 of the fourth quarter, we see that St. Mary's was in the semifinals in '79. Jumper from the outside doesn't go. Loose ball batted out of bounds. Gaylord will get it.
Coming up, the Class C championship game, probably in roughly 35 minutes from now. Saginaw Newville, the Panthers, against Benzonia Benzie Central. Newville.
Schultz inside, got the hoop and a foul.
How about that? Schultz held scoreless in the third period, now has 8.
We'll watch Schultz take the entry pass.
Nice pass, nice effort too.
Well, you look at Pat Schultz at the free throw line, and I think you can tell maybe why he was an all-conference football player for Gaylord St. Mary's this year. Been a starter on the basketball team since he was a sophomore. Cannot complete the three-point play, however. First 3 points of the fourth quarter belong to Gaylord St. Mary's, but they still trail by 10. Seitzma lost it, but saved it.
Nice effort.
Seitzma again off his hands. Schultz ahead to Martin, 2-on-1. Martin left, hands it up and in.
Here they come.
Don't count the Snowbirds out yet. Eisenga the other way is long and Peck with the board. Peck into the corner. Martin, yes!
The Snowbirds' hopes have not melted. Gaylord St. Mary within 6.
Eisenga pulls it up for Sharda. We've got just under 6 minutes to go. Eisenga the other way, got the roll. Eisenga has 7. Back comes Brzezinski. The fourth quarter starting to look like our first quarter was.
Right.
Lob to Schultz on the baseline before the shot. This will be a holding foul on Dave Ealing.
That's a little touch foul there. First foul on Ealing.
Still a common foul. Timeout called by Gaylord St. Mary's. 5:36 to go. And a little bit of run here to start the fourth quarter.
Well, the Snowbirds, who were held to just 6 points in the third period, have already picked up 7 here in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the final stanza to pull a little bit closer and make Coach Scott Sotsma, we see there with his team, make just a little bit work, just a little bit harder. And here's Jim Kerfoot, the athletic director turned coach, turned championship game coach.
It's a pretty close game here, but there have been times when the games haven't been close in the final. Champion defeated Republic 94-0 back in the 23-24 season, and I was going to look up where Champion and Republic was. I was going to look up where Republic was, but I thought, no, they probably changed their name after that one.
Up at the UP. Champion ran downhill and Republic had to run uphill. See, that's what happened.
Well, McBain coach Scott Sotsma trying to keep his team's composure. The Snowbirds have outscored McBain 9-2 here in this fourth quarter. Grange has got position and a hook.
All right.
Grange with 6 all in this quarter. The lead is 6. Sharda having trouble getting it in. Finally, he does. Momentum shifting to St. Mary's.
St. Mary trying to put a little pressure on, a little trap.
Eisenga pulls it out to Sharda. Plenty of time here. Inside, this is Eisenga. Doesn't get the roll. Schultz got the board. Baseball pass a little too far for Paul Grange.
And that was not needed. Plenty of time left on the clock. They just brought the ball up court patiently.
Substitution coming in for the Comets. It'll be Carl Roosevelt, 6-foot senior, averaging 3 points a game. Andy Seitzma gets a breather for the Comets. St. Mary's staying in that pressure. Pass is stolen away. And a foul in the front court. This will be on Eisenga.
His second.
Bryan, number 30 there.
Still
has
not.
not a shooting foul. We've not had many free throws in this game.
No, we haven't.
St. Mary's can get within 4 with a hoop here. Cross court to Martin. Thinks about it. Fires it. Doesn't get the roll. Grange battles for the board. And it's pulled down by Roosevelt. Sharda does a good job passing ahead to Brzezinski, who breaks the timeline. Open in the corner, Ealing all the way, draws the foul.
That was no place for the faint of heart, I'll tell you.
We'll watch Ealing go inside. The foul will be on Grange.
There he is, Ealing and Grange.
Second personal foul.
Crashing to the floor.
Good sportsmanship,
Unable to make the basket.
shown by Paul Grange, who immediately helped Sharda up. The correction, Ealing up. Ealing was 6 all in the first half.
But he's done yeoman work on the boards.
Ealing is alive, 1 more.
4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Second hunt is also long. Battle for the board. Won by Grange.
Grange brings it up himself. His coach, I can do it.
This is the second straight time the Snowbirds can cut it to 4 with a hoop here. They'll keep it with the ball batted away.
Good idea. Made that pass that time a little bit quicker to Grange, even though the defender was able to get back and knock it away. It was a good idea.
Martin inbounds. Against the zone all the way out to Schultz. Grange comes out right corner. Martin looks inside to Grange. It's not there. Grange comes way outside and gets it. Fakes. Shot not there. Peck the other way. 19-footer. Got it.
Peck hasn't scored since the second quarter, but it cuts the margin to 4.
And the heat stays on. Loose ball and a foul. It'll be on Peck.
Oh, you could have called that one either way.
That was a very, very tough call.
Wow.
There were 2 bodies coming, and see if we can see this. See 2 bodies coming from opposite directions.
They were both moving forward, it looked like to me, but Peck did reach from our angle across his body and in front of the other man.
Good job by our folks in the truck showing that one. And as a result, Mike Heuker will go to the line for the 1-and-1 now. Mike has made his only attempt at the free throw line this evening.
He's only had 4 free throws converted tonight.
Heuker 7 points in the game to this point. Make it 8.
He's going to grow some growing, you know that? He's a young man, 6'5", just a junior. Put a little bulk on, missed that second free throw.
But the rebound by Ealing doesn't go. Another rebound inside. Eisenga doesn't get it. Look at the battle inside the hoop for Heuker.
Martin's out to 7 with 3:40 to go in the ball game.
Good offensive rebound that time. Peck has the set shot, doesn't get it to go, and a rebound by Ealing. Ealing, a tireless worker.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
And a step. Eisenga saw Sharda breaking open, wanted to get it to him. And official Don Peck, who we have to think is no relation to Mike Peck.
That is Mike Peck with the ball right there.
There might be a few questions raised if they were related. Grange comes to the corner. Martin from 19 is off the mark. The rebound on the floor. Grange got the rebound, didn't to go, but he fouled it in.
Grange becoming a force now late in the ball game. Margin is just 5. Reach-in foul against Gaylord St. Mary. Battling, fighting, clawing to try and get its way back to this ball game. Trailing McBain Northern Michigan Christian 48-43 with 3:01 to play.
St. Mary's has outscored McBain 15-5 in this fourth quarter. Knocked 10 big points off the lead. The free throw off the mark with another rebound. Second straight time the Comets have done that. Missed the free throw but gotten the rebound.
Right. Dave Ealing, I'll tell you, he is tireless out there. Runs the court, dives for the balls, gets the rebound, does all the dirty work.
Very close to a 5-second count, but at the last second, Roosevelt gets it in. 2:35 to go, fourth quarter. McBain with the basketball, trying to protect a 5-point lead. Pass inside to Heuker, slapped away. Retrieved by Ealing from the baseline. Spins out. Loose ball still. This could be a foul, probably inside on Eisenga. It is. Bersinski, rather. And Bersinski, according to my records, has 4 fouls. Number 30 right there, his head down.
St. Mary is just no match for Northern Michigan Christian on the boards. That really is the telling factor in the game.
Mike Heuker, foul line.
Mike Heuker. All-Stater, Class D, AP, UPI.
Doesn't
Misses
get
the
it,
first free
and
throw.
Schultz got the rebound. Jay Martin comes up. The Snowbirds trailing by 5. Grange in the corner. Pass thrown away by Charda.
Not a good pass.
Grange tried to go through the zone instead of over the top of it. And timeout called by McBain Northern Michigan Christian. 2:05 to go. We'll keep it here. I'm sure that Coach Scott Sochma is going to work very, very heavily now on the delay.
Final score from New Orleans in the second game.
Jim Kerfoot in the middle of that huddle and trying to get his Snowbirds a little bit more strength for the final 2:05 here. They battle back. They trail by 13 entering the fourth quarter. They cut the deficit to 5, but the question is, did they wait too long?
Quickly for our fans, Indiana of the Big Ten has qualified for the championship game of the NCAA tournament. They defeated UNLV 97-93. That must have been some shootout. If you've been watching that one, glad to have you with us tonight in the third game of our quadruple series of games, the Michigan High School Basketball Championship for 1987. I'm Ed Phelps, along with Rick Berkey. We are in the final 2 minutes and 5 seconds of the Class C championship game between McBain Northern Michigan Christian and maroon and gold and the white-clad Snowbirds of Gaylord St. Mary. McBain has led throughout the contest. The lead as large as 13 points going into the fourth quarter. The Snowbirds have kind of clawed their way back into it now. They only trail by 5 with 2:05 to play. McBain took a timeout, settled some strategy, and now they'll inbound.
Gaylord St. Mary's, of course, forced to go man-to-man. Nice feed inside to Heuker, who's fouled by Grange.
Absolutely what Grange had to do. Once the pass was made, he had no choice but to foul the All-Stater. Now Heuker missed his last free throw attempt.
This is his last 2 attempts.
That's right.
He'll get a pair here, just under 2 minutes, 1:59 to go.
This
And
is
the
again.
Comets having some problems here in the fourth quarter. They are 1-for-6. Only 2 for 9 on the game. Gets the second, make it 3 for 10. More importantly, make it a 6-point lead for McBain.
And Gaylord St. Mary come back.
Well, Peck says we can. Mike Peck from the top gets in double figures with 10. Double team, nice job, 2-on-1. Bounce pass inside. Basket is good by Roosevelt.
Big play. Once they beat the pressure at about the midcourt line, it was a 2-on-1 situation. Well done by McBain. Here's a nice pass to Roosevelt. Roosevelt underneath, beats the defensive pressure from Steve Brzezinski and gets the basket.
Brzezinski has fouled out of the game. What a terrific pass by Eisenga
Oh, it was a great pass.
to Roosevelt. His first points of the game very, very crucial ones.
Now Brzezinski is the point guard. I don't believe he's gotten a breath tonight. He's out of the ball game. So coming in, replacing him,
in the Gaylord St. Mary lineup,
number 24,
John Willis.
John Willis, a
5'8"
5'8" senior.
Roosevelt at the line, one shot.
On the other end, Roosevelt attempting to complete the three-point play, does not, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. He was over the line.
Stepped over the line. So we get a little weight on the shoulders of John Willis, number 24, who will inbound the ball to Peck. Peck smartly lets it go up court as much as he can before he picks it up to start the clock.
Snowbirds can't wait a long time. They
No.
trail by 6. At the same time, they must get some kind of decent shot off. Martin, I don't think that's the shot that they need.
Little off balance when he took the shot.
Pass goes ahead and near foul on Heuker.
Can't believe they didn't call one there.
Pass inside, Heuker fakes and is fouled. Almost got a hoop out of it. Grange has picked up his 4th foul. 1:11 to go.
Watch the replay. Whoops, that was a replay of the scoreboard. There we go. Heuker and Grange foul. That was a big league foul.
Sports personnel.
1:11 to go.
Mike Heuker at the line, 2 shots.
Free throw now. Just one of them would just about ice it. But instead of the swish, we get the plank.
Second one by Heuker is good.
That was good.
Heuker now with 12. Peck fires it. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound by Eisenga. Eisenga double teamed. Sharda out ahead and a traveling violation in the backcourt.
Still, Northern Michigan Christian less than a minute away now from its first state championship. 45-52, a 7-point lead for Northern Michigan Christian.
Grange will fire it. Won't get it. Willis battles for the board. And I think a foul inside on Sharda. Let's check it.
I believe you're correct. Little Willis, the 5'8" senior, went right in there and scrapped for the rebound. He'll get to go to the free throw line.
John Willis.
Foul's on Sharda.
Okay, the foul on Sharda. John Willis shooting the 1-and-1. Got the roll.
All right.
So the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds' hopes are kept flickering. Second one off the mark. Big rebound by Heuker.
Whoa.
Comets across the timeline. Near steal, retrieve. Schultz lost it. Schultz has it. There's your baseball pass. Again, a little too far. 37 seconds to go. Out ahead of the pack. This is Heuker. Yes!
Oh. Mike Heuker with a slam and just about slamming the door shut.
Martin is fouled at the free throw line. The McBain Northern Michigan Christian fans are starting to celebrate.
Their first state championship.
And the completion of one of the great stories in high school sports in not only this year, but in a long, long time.
An unbeaten season.
From a school the size of it.
82 students.
Again, the school only offers 2 sports all year. Traveling in the front court, Gaylord St. Mary's will not quit. You've got 26 seconds, make it 23 to go. They've got, say only 82 students, but they certainly have a big following here today at Chrysler Arena. Peck forces it up, doesn't go. Rebound inside. Roosevelt on the run. The Comets don't need to score. They'll throw it around. Roosevelt on the baseline to the other corner, but a foul before the shot with 8 seconds to go.
foul is on Grange. I believe that's number 5.
Paul Grange will foul out, and he'll get a super ovation. Paul Grange, who not only an excellent player, 33 you'll see coming over for Gaylord St. Mary's. Meanwhile, the McBain player is starting to be substituted for.
That's bringing in all the reserves. Mike Heuker coming off after a great performance, particularly in the second half. All the reserves now in for McBain Northern Michigan Christian, and with 8 seconds to go, they're going to win it.
Well, a technical foul called, or no, it was intentional foul. Okay, it was the intentional foul, which means not only 2 shots for Roosevelt, but the Comets will also get the basketball back. 8 seconds to go. We mentioned the great crowd here for the small school, but you know, along this season, they've picked up a lot of fans that never attended their games, because I know people in all different parts of the state heard the story about that little school in the northern part of the Upper Peninsula. Kind of adopted a team. McBain, by the way, in case you're wondering, just about 10 miles north of Cadillac.
The coaches are freely substituting, admitting the issue is settled as Martin comes off after a good effort. 14 points for the senior, Jay Martin, for Gaylord St. Mary in a losing cause. Well, this will be wild.
Shot will fall and count it.
Holy mackerel.
And at the buzzer, fine effort the other way.
And there are your state champions. In maroon and gold, the Comets of McBain Northern Michigan Christian winning the state Class D championship 56-46.
We'll take a break, come back with the award ceremony right here on the Michigan High School Sports Network. Championship. And now for the awards presentation, let's go over again to PA announcer Howard King.
Now we have the presentation of awards and medals in our Class D final. With us tonight to make the trophy and medal presentation is Mr. Alan Williams, who's the Director of Athletics, North Adams High School, and the Secretary-Treasurer of the Representative Council of the MHSAA. We will first make the presentation to our runners-up, Gaylord St. Mary. Number 20, Ted Trumbach. '23, Dan North. '24, John Willis. '32, Kyle Davis. '34, Chris Chanel. '40, Bruce Dorenzi. '43, Rob Gregory. '50, Dennis Koshelniak. '52, Mike O'Connor. '22, Mike Peck. '30, Steve Brzezinski. '33, Paul Green. '42, Jane Martin. 54, Pat Schultz. And now to receive the trophy as runners-up, Class D, head coach Jim Kerfoot. And now our champs in Class D, Northern Michigan Christian High School. Mike Heuker. Carl Roosevelt. 25, Andy Seitzma. 40, Craig Roosevelt. 42, Chad Granat. 45, Jack Vanderbilt. 12, Dan Sharp. 30, Bryan Eisenga. 32, Dave Healy. 34, Darren Naderhill. 44, Mike Heuker. Now to receive the trophy of state champs in Class D, head coach Scott Sixman.
The Comets of McBain Northern Michigan Christian, the Class D state champions. And now we've got three. We're going to be joined very shortly by winning coach Scott Soutzma. But it's been a very exciting day already here, and we still got one to go.
Three champions. This one, McBain Northern Michigan Christian, completing the only perfect season in the state of Michigan this year. That tiny little school in the northern part of the Lower Peninsula with a 10-point victory over a gallant Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbird bunch who just fell 10 points short, 56 to 46.
The hearts are kind of heavy, of course, on the Gaylord St. Mary's side. They certainly have a tremendous season to be proud of. And also, I think it's a real area of pride that two teams from the same area got to the finals, as we had in Detroit with Detroit Cooley and Detroit Southwestern.
The Northwestern Lower Michigan is generally known for fishing and swimming and deer hunting, but basketball, they don't have too much up there generally, although the Traverse City program has a nice program going now. But congratulations to McBain Northern Michigan Christian.
All right, joining us right now, Scott Soutzma. Come on in here, coach, and congratulations. And the dream has been completed.
Oh, it really has. I tell you, I don't know if it's all sunk in yet, but I'm sure feeling real well right now. You know, they say you don't realize it right away, but I don't know. I feel pretty good.
I have to ask you right away, let's go back to August. All of a sudden, you needed a basketball coach. Your thoughts, did you really at that time think that you'd be the one to do it?
I really didn't. You know, we came into this year thinking that, hey, we could have a good ball club, but I didn't realize 27-0 and state champions. I don't think anybody does that early in the year. I don't think you can predict something like that.
What's it like in McBain right at this hour, Coach? Or is anybody there?
No, I don't think. If you take a look, we've only got about 500 people over there. And one of the reporters was telling me it looked like McBain Highway coming up here. He said it was all maroon and gold and white all the way. He said, just couldn't believe it. He said, your fans are terrific. I said, I know. You just got to look up there, and they're beautiful. They really are. They followed us all year.
Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations. I know you want to get with your team and enjoy the win.
Okay, thank you very much. It's exciting. It really is.
Scott Soutzma, the winning coach of the McBain Northern Michigan Comets, the Class D state champions. And we've got our eyes set right now, of course, on our next game coming up in Class C. And we'll come back with details.